Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and if this is the first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make a simple crop top with elastic at the waistband with flare sleeve. Okay, so if this sounds like something you're interested to learn, keep on watching and let's get into today's video. The first thing you need to do is to make sure your fabric is on a fold, as you can see. So for the length of this top, I'll make use of 17 inches plus 1 inch for stitching allowance and for the folding for my elastic. Okay, so the next thing now is to mark 3 inches for your neck width, and again come down by 1.5 inch for your neck depth for the back. Okay, this is the back piece. I'll cut the back piece first before cutting the front. After that, divide your shoulder by 2, add half an inch stitching allowance, and again you should come down by your armhole depth. Mine is 7.5. I already marked it. Then I'll use the 7.5 to make a straight line, just like you see me doing here. Once I'm through with that, I'll come down by half inch since we are cutting directly on the fabric for my shoulder slope. After that, divide what you have left, mark the midpoint, and come inside by half an inch. Go ahead and connect it. Also, mark quarter of your bust measurement on your chest line. Go ahead and make the curve like this. After you are done with that, you are going to mark quarter of your bust measurement, add 1 inch for the ease and 1 inch for seam allowance. After that, measure what you have here on the bust line in total and replace it here on the waistline. So the bust line have total of 10.5 inches. I replace it on the waistline, then I'll go ahead and connect it. Remember, this is a free top. We are not contouring anything. We are not snatching anything. Just make a free top like this. Add your 1 inch for your seam allowance, 1 inch for your ease. Connect everything. Then go ahead and cut it out just like you see me doing here. Okay. So I'll also cut out this board line here. I'll cut it out. After cutting, I'll place another piece to cut out the front. All right, so for the front piece, you can see my fabric is on a fold like always. So go ahead and cut out the shape like this. Okay, cut out the slanted shoulder, cut out the hem part. After that, you mark the 3 inches for your neck width. Mark it, then come down by how much deep you want your front neckline to be. For me, I want to leave it at 7.5 inch because I don't want it to expose anything. So if you want the one in the picture expression like the exact length, you can come down by 9 inches or even 9.5 or 10 inches. Okay, so for me 7.5 is okay for me. So after that, you connect it as a V shape, then go ahead and cut it out just like this. Okay, so this is very simple to make. It is very simple to sew as well. It's a beginners friendly. After cutting everything, this is what I had for the front and back piece. So I'll go ahead and cut out the facing for the back and for the front as well. So I already fold another piece by 2. Then I placed my front piece here like this. Then I'll cut out the neckline first. Okay. After cutting the neckline, I'll cut out the shoulder side. All right, then I'll remove my piece one side, then go ahead and make my curve. Okay, so after that, I'll open it up, then I'll place it. This is what I had after I was done. So I'll just go ahead and cut out the back piece as well. So for the back, you fold your piece by 2 like this. Go ahead and cut out the neckline, cut out the shoulder side, remove it, then go ahead and cut out your curve. Just make your curve like that, cut it out. So once I'm through with that, I'll open it up, then place it. This is what I have here. Okay, so you're going to start sewing now. To sew this, you're going to first pin it down with your pin, as you can see. Then after pinning with your pin, I'll use my chalk to mark half an inch. Okay, you know this is a V neckline, so you want to sew it so the V neckline will pronounce very well at the front. Okay, so to do that, you will mark the midpoint. You can see I made a straight line at the midpoint. So after that, you go ahead and sew, stop at the midpoint, continue from there. If you sew it that way, you will get the V neckline. Okay, after that, you go ahead and fold the hem part and make a notch on your neckline. So after sewing, guys, this is what I have here. You can see what I had. So there is no light for now. Okay, once they bring light, that means I must have finished my sewing. Then I'll just insert my hemming gun underneath, then go ahead and iron it out so the facing will stick together with the fabric to avoid the facing popping out on the neckline. Okay, so I also did the same thing on this back piece here. I pin everything down first. After everything, guys, go ahead and place them the right side facing each other. Then go ahead and sew the shoulder. To do this, I will use one of the facing to turn the other side out like this. Then go ahead and sew with half an inch. After sewing, guys, this is what I have here, and this is what I have for the back. You can see. So once I'm through with that, I'll just keep this aside and I'll work on the sleeve. So for the sleeve, I have 12.5 inch for the wideness on a fold, that is 25. So for the length, I had 22 inches. Okay, so remember it's on a fold. I'll go ahead and fold it again, and I'll have a fold of 4. Now we want to cut out flare for this. Okay, it's flare sleeve. So now I'll just place my tape, then I'll just mark 3 inches, use it to make a circle like this. Once I'm through with that, I'll measure what I had here, and it's 5 inch. Remember it's on a fold of 4, so 5 inch by 4 will give me 20 inches. Okay, so now after I was done with this, I'll mark the length I want for my sleeve. Okay, so for the sleeve length, I'll mark 7.5 inch, including the folding allowance or sewing allowance. I'll mark 7.5 inch. I'll go ahead and mark it all round, just like this. Okay, continue marking. You can make yours 8 inches or 9 inches if you want. So after marking, instead of me to cut it out through this circle line at the upper side, I'll open it up like this. Then after opening, I will go ahead and mark 3 inches. I'll continue with my 3 inches till I get to this other end. So after marking here, I have 7.5 inch here, and I also mark 7.5 inch on this other side. Okay, then I'll complete the round with 3 inches. Okay, just like this. So once I'm through with that, next thing I want to do is to measure it. After measuring, I had 10 inches plus some excess, and my armhole depth is 14 inches, including the back and front. Okay, so for this, I will come down by 6 inches. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. You first cut out the round upper side. After cutting, you cut out from this down part. Okay, so continue cutting till you get to this other end. So if you notice, this other side is longer and bigger than this other side. The reason I did it like this is just to avoid any funny sleeve at the upper side. If you have been making a flare sleeve, like a short flare sleeve of 8 inches or 9 inches, you would notice that after sewing everything, the upper side will look shorter than the downside. So because of that reason, I had to make this side smaller than this other side. Okay, so this side I had 6 inches. That means I subtracted 1.5 inch from my actual sleeve length. Okay, while this side is 7.5 inch. Okay, so that means I'll be placing the bigger part of the flare on my shoulder. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm saying, please look at what I'm doing here. You will soon understand. So I'll just cut out the second sleeve. Okay, so after cutting the second sleeve, I'll go ahead and make my notch. Okay, also slash the side you'll be placing on your armhole side. Okay, then after that, you will bring your top, spread it this way, then go ahead and place the sleeve. Okay, so the part you notched, that is the shoulder side, go ahead and place it on the shoulder line, then go ahead and pin it down. After pinning, you cut out the excess. Okay, there must be an excess, go ahead and cut it out. So go ahead and also pin this other side and cut out the excess here as well. Once you're through with that, go ahead and sew with half an inch. Also do the same thing on this other side. So guys, after sewing, this was what I had, as you can see. The next thing I want to do now is to turn it to the wrong side. After turning, I will arrange everything in place just like this. Then place your tape, then come down by your armhole depth. Mine is 7.5. I'll mark it. Okay, after marking 7.5 inch on the armhole depth, go ahead and mark 1.5 inch here on this side. Okay, once you're through with that, go ahead and connect. All right, then for the side you will mark 1 inch. Remember we added 1 inch for our seam allowance. Remember we add 1 inch for our seam allowance. Go ahead and connect and sew. All right, also do the same thing for this other side. Then once you're through with that, you will also fold this hem part. You fold it in a way your elastic will pass through. Okay, so guys, after sewing, this is what I had. I also left space of 1 inch here because I'm going to be passing my elastic through that hole. Okay, so this is my elastic. I'll make use of 1/2 inch elastic. All right, so to know the length you'll be needing for this elastic, what we need to do now is to minus 8 inch from your actual waist measurement. My waist measurement is 27 inch, and I subtracted 8 inch from the elastic. Then after that, you will go ahead and pass it through the space you created. Okay, so go ahead and continue passing it through them. Continue doing this till you get to the other end. Once I'm through with that, I'll stitch the elastic together like this, then also stitch the space I have here. Okay, so after sewing, guys, this is what I have. Can you see? I also stitched the space I had here, as you can see. And for the sleeve, for the hem part of my sleeve, what you need to do now is to take it to the market and make English weaving here. Also do the same thing here. I don't want to fold mine. You can actually decide to fold yours, but I think English weaving will be very fine. Okay, so this is how my top looks like. The next thing to do is to iron it out once they bring light. And yeah, I'm gonna head to iron everything out, as you can see. So guys, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.